Hey, this is Steve again. I had a request from a couple of gentlemen to show how I apply decals. Okay, this is my decal setup right here. First thing I'm going to have is the micro scale micro set. Okay, now what this product is you take it, you brush it on the area that you're going to put the decal on. Okay, and then you water slide the decal and put on there. Okay, then after that, and it dries and we get it into the cracks and crevices in the way where we want it, we'll apply microsol. Okay, microsol is both of them are softening agents, but microsol is a very serious softening agent. That's where you can really mess a decal up. So, but I'll show you that here in just a little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm doing these universal containers here, and I've got 5 of them together. These are repainted Cado containers, and what I did is I've already done one and got everything where I wanted it, so I put a piece of pinstriping or tape of any kind that you want to do right down the center. Therefore I got a guideline to where I can get these pretty much uniform with the other. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we'll just whoop up on a couple here. And just like all my other products, I'm not gentle with it at all. Okay. Now you notice I'm going to go ahead and do all 4 of these. There's a reason for that. These decals I'm using, as soon as they touch water, they're ready to go down. They're ready. Okay. I apologize for my hand getting away, but it's got to in this situation. Okay, so now we take our decals. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Dip. Drop. Slide off. That's about as fast as you can get on a decal. Isn't that something? Okay, then we'll layer down here. And at this point, I'll take the brush and slide it where I want it. Now, if you need to move it a little more and it's not being hard to slide, just take a little more micro set, put it on there, and slide that puppy right where you want to. You cannot use too much of this stuff. How's that? That look alright? Alright, let's just go ahead and do another one here. Alright, containers, get back together. Yeah, let me move this a little closer here. Okay. Okay, let's just go ahead and might as well do these while I'm recording this section, because I'll take a break and go to another section here in a minute. Okay, one more. Let's go ahead and put some more micro set on here. You notice I use these sharp pointed tweezers. I've learned that I can be just as gentle with a sharp pointed tweezer as I can them round ones, and I get more control over the sharp pointed tweezers. See how I'm just sliding under this, just taking it right where I need it. Okay, so that's what we got. Okay, now another piece of important equipment is a piece of paper towel. I roll it up and fold it up and all that, and I make sure that it is damp, real damp. Okay, and from here I can just take and I can just roll. Got to be careful though. I pulled that decal right off, so see, I hadn't let it set long enough, but that's okay. By using the micro set, I'm still okay as far as pulling the decal up and placing it again. All you gotta do. I'm glad I had this mess up, because it'll show you just how easy this stuff is to work with. And any little bitty wrinkles that I got in there, when I use that micro saw, it's going to draw that puppy right out of there. Okay, let's just go ahead and let this dry for a minute. We'll dab these down, try to drop them into the crevices. Okay, so we'll just let this one dry for a minute and we'll be back. Okay, now that I've got all the decals placed on here, excuse me, I'm going to take a damp brush with a micro set, and I'm just going to very easily go over all these ribs where the decal is. Okay, and what I'm doing is trying to press holes out, or the air bubbles, should I say. We just keep doing that. Now that my brush is still wet, I can go ahead and do all these other decals that I did. Keep in mind, when you do each one, make sure it didn't lift off. And if you get it a little bit crooked, since it's damp, no big deal, just work it in there. Now you can also do the same thing here with the paper towel, the moist paper towel. Sometimes I do both. Keep wanting to do that one I've already did, but it's already been sprayed with dull coat, so I know it ain't going to do no good. Okay, as you can see, I've done all the way around this container with everything. Now these I did a little bit while ago, so I'm going to go ahead and put some more on here. Now this is the blue, the micro set. Okay, let that set for a minute. We'll go ahead and turn around to the back side. Now I'm just going to give a good swift coat over all of it. Now if you're wondering, well, ain't the solution going to leave places on the container where it's been wet and dried? 99 times out of 100, when you spray the dull coat on it, it's going to disappear anyway, or gloss coat. But now I want to bring something to your attention, and this is very important. These things are not perfect. A decal that cracks, splits, or whatever is a flaw, okay? Flaws are detail when it comes to this stuff. And detail, you know, is what we're looking for. Okay, let's go back to the back side. Let's tell you what, let's just swap ball games here, okay? Okay. See, it's setting in there pretty good. Let's just go ahead and go back to the front side and do it. What the heck? Because I want this decals to lay right in every one of these grooves. Okay, now we're back to the front side here. Ah, crap. Bear with me. See, we do make mistakes. Okay, I'm pretty happy with the way these things are laying down. I'll go ahead and go back to the other side here and hit these a little bit. Okay, now at this point, if I see any air bubbles, which I'm trying to hope you can see them, you can see air bubbles in here. Take you a straight pin or a needle or whatever and poke. Poke, 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 poke all over. Everywhere you see an air bubble. Ain't gonna hurt a thing. All it does is give these decals a place to release their air. And even if it does tear, no big deal. That's just detail. I mean, it ain't gonna be long. Mother Nature's gonna make a tree limb grow, and it's gonna be over the rail, and the train's gonna take out the tree limb, and in the process, these decals that are on the side of these containers or whatever you're doing is going to get scratched. Okay, we've got the decals in place. We've used a micro set. We've pressed them down as good as we can get them right now. And as you can see, let's see if I can do the glares, you can see plenty of places that's not laid down. Okay, now we're going to use the microsol. The microsol is a softening and adheres sticks to the container. Okay. We'll do it that way. So we're just going to put a good coat over top of them. We're going to let it work in, soften up. I'll put it on everything. That did it again. I ain't afraid to put a liberal amount on there. Ain't gonna hurt it. Ain't gonna hurt a thing. And you don't have to put a lot, but you know, I don't care to, because I want that decal to get soft, real soft, and I want it to set in there. So we'll go ahead and do this, and I'll let it set for a few minutes, and then I'll take my paper towel and very carefully I'll press it into the ridges on the container. I'll have to be very careful when I do that, especially with this stuff. Okay, be back in a minute. Okay, now that we're back here, I'll line my containers up. I'm taking my paper towel thing here and I'm just rolling them on, making sure I press down in there real good. Okay, just be careful, make sure it don't lift off. Pressing the air bubbles out of everything. Looking good so far. I'm happy with the way these are turning out. Yes sir, yes sir, looking good. There's a few places, but it's alright, we'll get it took care of. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Okay, I've got all the decals pressed and pretty much fitting in the little doohickeys where they need to go. And now what I'm done is I've set up to spray the dull coat on them. So I'll spray them with the dull coat, just a light coat on each one, and then we'll show you a finished product there. Alright. Okay, after the dull coat, that's our finished product. And as you can see, I went ahead and put the numbers on the top of the containers there. A lot of good detail. I like them, I really do. See if I can swing around and get the back end of it there. Alright, let me know what you think. But that's the way I do decals. Okay, have a good one.